Shalom, Kal Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Yahweh Ratazah, so Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So the Roman Catholic Church is giving its blessings, right, to the alphabet crew, men, all right, pursuing the priesthood in Italy, all right. So this is an article from ChristianDaily.com. Yeah, Christians, such God-fearing people, aren't they? That was spread by the sword, okay? And they've got the nerve to, you know, pretend they're all about peace. This was put up on the 16th of January 2025. Look at the headline and look at the damn devil on the in front of you. All right, the one who claims to be God on earth. Get his teeth as well. Vatican opens door to letting alphabet men pursue the priesthood in Italy. This is absolutely disgusting. The Pope wants to make this stuff worldwide, right? Not just for the Vatican in Rome, Italy, right? These people are PDF files, right? Moors, right? And they want to make public their disgusting, vile, true, repugnant nature, right? They want the whole world to be in league with this type of filthy lifestyle, right? Which is why they promote it, okay? They want everyone to accept this wickedness, okay? They push that evil vibration that who the world calls Jesus Christ, who they call Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai, okay? Which the name Jesus means earth pig, G, earth, sus, pig, okay? They push that vibration that Jesus Christ accepts anybody and everyone, no matter how they identify themselves, all right? And that's simply not true, okay? All right? Because that's not in line with the scriptures, with the Holy Bible whatsoever, okay? But people in general believe you're supposed to accept people for who they are anyway. All right. Again, that goes against the Bible, right? The Vatican pushes out blasphemies, ungodliness, right? This system pushes out unrighteousness and it's completely in opposition, all right, to the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, all right? Before I go forward, I'll get the scripture, all right? And then we can get into the article. And this is in the law, man. And you still have a lot of our people caught up in Catholicism, right? Especially Northern Kingdom, all right? With all these things going on, and you know who's silent on this? Vocab Malone, and pretty much everybody else is all right with it, you know, for the most part. All right, but the prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man, we condemn this type of stuff. All right, it's adverse to the procreation of life. You know, I'll go on Blue Letter. But yeah, he's naturally like that anyway. All right. Leviticus chapter 20 verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, right, and more, okay, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Simple as that. Okay, commit homo acts, supposed to be put to death, but obviously we can't do that in this society. And this society promotes it. E promotes it. CSB: if a man sleeps with a man as with a woman, they have both committed a detestable act. They must be put to death. Their death is their own fault. Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's go back to the article. The Vatican has given its blessings or blessing to a document suggesting that those with same-sex attraction can pursue the priesthood in Italy. The Italian Episcopal Conference, the group of Roman Catholic bishops in Italy, approved the document at its 78th General Conference in 2023, titled "The Formation of Priests in Churches in Italy: Guidelines and Standards for Seminaries." The Vatican's Office of the Dicastery for the Clergy granted a decree on December the 8th, enabling it to go into effect shortly thereafter. The document quoted from a 2005 Vatican publication titled "Instruction Concerning the Criteria for the Discernment of Vocations with Regard to Persons with You-Know-What Tendencies in View of Their Admission to the Seminary and to the Holy Orders." According to the Vatican, in relation to people with you-know-what tendencies who approach the seminaries or who discover this situation during training in line with their own magisterium, the Church, while deeply respecting the people in question, cannot admit to the seminary and to holy orders those who practice fill in the blank, present deeply rooted fill in the blank tendencies or support the so-called you-know-what culture. However, the guidelines that took effect Thursday suggest that people with you-know-what attractions are not completely banned from pursuing the priesthood in Italy. Man, this is just nasty. This is just wrong. All sorts of wrong, man. In the training process, when one does reference you-know-what tendencies, it is also appropriate not to reduce discernment only to this aspect, but as for every candidate to grasp its meaning of the global framework of the young person's personality, so that knowing himself and integrating the objectives of his human and priestly vocation, he reaches a general harmony. The document stated. What nonsense is this? I don't think I'm even going to bother. This is just a load of nonsense. What the? Honestly, man. Anyway, let's go to the Book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 1. And it reads, see the subheading, the beast from the sea, and it reads, "And I stood upon the sand, I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." Okay, so this is a representation of NATO and the EU, right? The 10 horns represent NATO, which is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the EU represents the 7 heads, right? The 7 heads in the ancient world represented the different European empires, right? You had, for example, of course, the Romans, right? You had Germania Major, Germania Minor, okay? The Gauls, etc., okay? And the 10 horns again is NATO, which originally didn't have all these countries involved in it now, that we know of now, all right? Verse 2, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard," all right? The leopard represents the Greeks, which pretty much starts off, Esau's rulership, all right? And his feet were as the feet of a bear, all right? And the bear represents, the Russians, okay? And his mouth is the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority, okay? And Esau's kingdom is divided, and the kingdom divided against itself cannot stand, man. These Russians, right, which are Edomites also, and of course you got Israelites scattered amongst them too, all right? But these Russians, man, the Lord will use them as a tool, okay, to destroy Babylon the Great America, right, and the statehood of the JJs too. That's going to be completely annihilated, right? But unlike the statehood of Israel, all right, which is going to get rebuilt back up again, America's not going to be rebuilt back up again. It's going to be turned into a lake of fire. Compliments of the intercontinental ballistic missiles and the high concentrated laser beams coming from the chariots of the Lord, all right? And after a while, the fire will die down after a very long time, and of course, desert creatures will live there, okay? And it'll never be built back up again, all right? So yeah, so both Babylon the Great and the statehood of Israel, will be destroyed, but America ain't gonna be built back up again, all right? So yeah. "And his mouth is the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority," right? The mouth of a lion, right? That represents England, right? Okay, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority, right? And the dragon, which are the Romans, all right? Verse 3, "And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast." Okay, the deadly wound was healed, right? And that's talking about the Roman Empire, right? Rome fell and it came back again, through the United States of America, all right, Rome 2.0, if you will, okay? America's spiritually Egypt and spiritually Rome all over again, all right? The American politics and culture and system is nothing but a copycat of ancient Rome, all right? When you look at science and law, you have to, learn Latin, right, in these institutions. Even the architecture, in the city halls built just like, the Roman pillars. Okay, these stadiums are the modern day gladiator coliseums as well. All right, and this ain't by coincidence. All right, there's nothing new under the sun. History repeats itself. All right, even the political party of the Republicans and Democrats. All right, you had back then in ancient Rome the plebeians and the patricians as well. Okay, so yeah, and all the world wondered after the beast. All right, all the world wondered. Right, meaning they admire America. Right, and are inspired by it basically. Okay, verse 4. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Okay. So that's how these people view Babylon the Great, man. Alright, and that includes the beast system as well. Okay, NATO and the EU. Alright. And the world doesn't see this structure, the American system, going down at all. They believe that it'll just go on and on and on. Alright? And 2/3 of our people, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, alright, the Lord's chosen people, 2/3 in Babylon the Great, man. They love Babylon the Great, America. You see, they don't want America to go down. They love their life there. All right. Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. All right. And E, so-called WHITE man, right, who's in the rulership position right now, right? E was given that power to go against Yahweh Bashim Shai, right? The Vatican gives blessing, right, to alphabet men pursuing the priesthood. That's straight up wickedness, man. Straight up wickedness right there. Alright? And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Alright? Now those 42 months is 3.5 years, right? Which actually represents 350 years, right? When the red Hebrew E was at the height of his power, right? Look when, he came to the fourth part of the world, which is the Americas, and took down Northern Kingdom, then got Southern Kingdom, primarily from the west coast of Africa, right? And you had some of our people in Spain and Portugal and, in Europe and things like that. And the first slaves came from Portugal, right? But, look at the transatlantic slave trade when he took, Southern Kingdom over to the Americas, okay? They took us down around the 1600s, 350 years of dominance, man. Then around the 1960s, his power, it started to go down. That's when he started to, not be at his height anymore, right? Right around the time of the, Vietnam War and things like that. Then you had the civil rights movement, right? That came into play. Judah and Ephraim, the different tribes coming against E, right? That's a sign that E was and still is, declining. Prior to that, things were going great for these devils, all right? Okay. Verse 6. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against Yahweh, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. Alright? That's what the red Hebrew Edomite has been doing since he's been in power. Completely against the Lord, man. Alright? They're a godless nation. You see? Let's get the book of Psalm, chapter 50. Let's start at verse 16, and it reads, But unto the wicked Yahweh saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee? You see? The contrary to righteousness, right? Contrary to the Most High and His Son. Don't follow instructions, they break the laws, statutes and commandments of the Bible, even their own laws. Okay? Yet they like to profess that they're God-fearing people. Okay? Swearing on the Bible and things like that. Alright? So they're hypocrites. Okay? Let's go back to Revelation chapter 30 now. We can go to verse 16. Sorry, Revelation chapter 16 and verse 13. And it reads, And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Right? Dragon, the beast system. Right? Starting off with the Romans. The false prophet is the Roman Catholic Church. Okay? Which spawned all these major false religions you know about today, like Christianity, Catholicism, all right, Islam, all right, so on and so forth. The different branches of Christianity, all right, as well. Okay. So you have three unclean spirits, right? And they are, the Vatican, which is the religious aspect of this beast system, right? You got London, which is the financial aspect of this beast system empire, right? And you got Washington D.C., which is the military aspect of this beast empire. Okay. Verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of Yahweh Almighty. Right? Deceivers. Okay. How can a Moor be a priest? We know Esau's profane. He's outside the temple. Okay. And Moor. Come on, man. A Moor. All right. Now, of course, the Levites, so-called Haitians, they were the priests. Okay. But of course, we're gonna be a whole nation of kings and priests. All right. So all 12 tribes will be of that. Okay. But you see, these devils are now saying it's all right. It's open. They're openly saying it's okay to be so. All right. And more. It's backward minded, man. Illogical. All right. And they've been covering up these things for decades. All right. Oh, God accepts everybody and loves everyone. It doesn't matter if you GAY, you know. It's all right. God knows me. It's okay. That's completely false, man. That's just nonsense, right? But they continue to push that narrative so that people can carry on in their wickedness and not get judged, all right? Because that's what it comes down to. He will be dealt with, and he won't get away with it, right? He doesn't want to be judged. You see? Vatican opens door to let you know what men pursue the priesthood in Italy. Please, man.